Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. As many of you know by now, I have absolutely no respect whatsoever for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It is a buggy, incomplete mess that was only made popular not out of any actual engaging gameplay or content, but to my mind it is little more than streamer fuel. Also, the business model is one of active gambling, setting up a skin economy directly mirroring what we saw with games like CSGO, which gave rise to CSGO Lotto and a host of other scam sites that were designed to actively promote predatory gambling systems to children, where the systems were very much rigged to ensure that no matter what, the site owners made money with every click of the mouse. And in an ongoing escalation over the course of the past few months, sites like the one on your screen now have been slowly cropping up across the internet. This one I had decided to check out after I had been informed all the way back in August that it was apparently manipulating its results in order to dupe people into wasting their money. And while some of you might wonder why I waited so long to report on this, I freely admit that this one simply got lost in the shuffle. So here we are, revisiting a topic that I should have discussed with you all 4 months ago, the PUBG gambling scams that drive the game's economy. Now, Unrealdrop was the site that I was led to after discussions on Twitter with, believe it or not, Syndicate. And for those of you that aren't aware, Syndicate was the YouTuber that had come forward admitting that 2 of his videos promoting the site Steam Lotto were rigged in order to make certain that his gambling promotions gained favorable results. And in Unrealdrop, it would seem to be even easier for a YouTuber or Twitch streamer to be able to dupe their viewers in order to scam them out of money. The site does sport an easy-to-complete sponsorship for established YouTube channels, so in the interest of seeing what this all was about, I had decided to go ahead and fill things out. Of course, with my, at the time, 55,000 subscribers, I was eagerly accepted by the site, and I was off to the races. Now, in it, the site owners try to sidestep the percentage differences by stating that sponsored account drop rates may be slightly higher. However, even though I forgot to retain my video footage from that time, I was at least smart enough to retain a couple of screenshots where, while they do claim the slightly higher drop rates now, originally they did not. Now, I feel it only fair that being they gave me so much fun mindlessly clicking a button and watching a number bar climb from 2,000 to over 7,000 in a matter of minutes, that I could at least produce a video as promised and post the link to their gallery, so obviously this will be that video. Now, Unrealdrop is a scam. Now, in this site, as a quote-unquote sponsor, it is quite literally impossible for you to lose. Oh, there will occasionally be some spins that don't recoup you a skin whose value is as much as what you supposedly pay in, but over the course of however much time you decide to waste, your cash counter will always go up. Also, every 12 hours, they gift you $300. Now, this was made no more apparent in the higher drop rates than back in August when one of the crates on the site had its drop rate for sponsored users improperly configured and would quite literally drop nothing but blue hot pants, which at the time were valued at around $300 a piece. The current Steam market puts them at a little less than 1/3 of that price tag now, but regardless, they aren't exactly worthless either. This site and those like it typically come pre-built with on-the-fly percentage adjustments that I covered back in June in my video CSGO, The New Scandal, in which I showcased a decent amount of information put out by Richard Lewis, a fellow YouTuber and podcaster, in which he interviewed a person who had designed many of these sites. For his article in my original video, I will put links down in the description below. Now, Unrealdrop, PUBG Roll, PUBG Wave, Battlegrounds, PUBG GG, PUBG Bets, and many others are perhaps a better example of the issues with any form of gambling within the video game industry than Shadow of War, Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA, or Destiny 2 could ever be. The sites like these have proven that if you build it, they will come and try to take advantage of it. These sites, much like loot boxes in video games, have no government regulatory standards in place in order to ensure that their drop rates are not manipulated or that how they conduct business isn't too predatory. But to solely blame them, I feel, and to simply claim that getting the government to regulate gambling such as this in the proper course of action doesn't actually solve the issue. It merely puts a band-aid over the open sore of the gaming industry as a whole. You see, sites like these couldn't exist without loot crate and skin business models like CSGO and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. These games, whose business models rely on a combination of crate sales, keys to open those crates, and a thriving third-party gambling economy to help drive the pricing of the resulting skins. There's nothing honest or even fair about these business models that directly promote gambling to children every bit as much, if not more, than simple loot boxes within other video games. And of course, Valve is not innocent in this either. Every crate sold, every key sold to open those crates, every Steam Market transaction, Steam gets a little cut, taking a flat percentage right off the top for providing the platform that allows these gambling systems to not only exist, but to flourish. Now, many people have asked what it is that I have against PUBG, or CSGO, or any of these games, and it is because of things like this. It's because of their deplorable business model that I can't even stomach the game long enough to play a single match, let alone being bothered to review the game or to watch someone live stream it. Everything about the game's business model I find to be completely abhorrent, and nothing typifies that more than sites like Unrealdrop. And I know that normally I try to be relatively objective in my videos, but in this sort of thing I simply cannot bring myself to entertain within my own mind how this sort of nonsense could in any way be considered a positive. As a result of sites like these, business models such as CSGO and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds simply should not be allowed to exist. They've proven that they're nothing more than fuel for predatory business practices designed specifically to take advantage of minors. As a result of this, I feel that games like these shouldn't even be allowed. But I know that there will be a lot of people more than willing to defend PUBG and its business model, so by all means, please do let me know what you think down in the comments below. A special thanks to the Patreon 20 and Up Club. Their names are listed in the description of my videos. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.